So we've completed the trim on the two kitchen windows and installed their roller shades. That was the last project. And I wanted to make two separate videos for the windows versus the door. I'm going to do the front door, trim it out. It's a different process. It's going to be a lot easier, I think. And it involves something additional that the windows don't need. So if you're only doing one, now you got two separate videos. If you're looking to do windows, find my other video called Window Trim or something like that. Make it make sense and follow along, and you'll see how we continue to beautify our pretty new Cougar. Hi, we're Amy and Brandon. Join us as we share our RV adventures in Texas and beyond, DIY projects, and so much more, alongside our 3 sons and 3 dogs. We recently upgraded from our Jayco travel trailer to a Cougar fifth wheel and are loving the extra space.
In 2021, I endured a life-altering, grueling battle with COVID. I was critically ill and not expected to survive, but we trusted that God would defeat those odds for us. Through a 7-month hospitalization, including receiving a double lung transplant, now more than ever, we accept that we are not promised tomorrow. So we're incredibly grateful for this second chance at life, giving glory to God and heartfelt thanks to the many medical teams for their commitments.
We're sharing our journey through transplant life in hopes of inspiring others not to put off living life to its fullest. Please subscribe to our channel to follow our journey and be sure to hit the bell icon for notifications when we release new content. Great news! Amazon brought us some more of that Super Duty adhesive that I decided I wanted to use. In addition to the nail gun, I want to use some of that Easy Life Go, I don't know, but that's probably the fake name. That Super Duty silicone based, like super gooey, heavy duty adhesive. Am I making you dizzy yet? Because that was definitely not my goal. Sorry. So I did not do the trim installation yesterday. I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna get the nail gun and the compressor ready, and I'll set you up to follow along. I would love to know in the comments if any of y'all have done this or what you recommend, all the different things that y'all do to make your campers prettier and more residential looking and feeling. I really have a good time doing this, and I just can't really stop myself because it's fun. I don't really know if I should start with the sides or the bottom. I mean, the top or the sides, because I need this to be, I've mentioned this before, some people measure, and I do measure sometimes, but I'm gonna give this just a little, like, fingernail of height, just because these things move so much and I don't want there to be any type of tension that should not be there when we're driving and things are creaking and shifting. I'm gonna give it just a tiny bit of help, but I will put my level across and mark where these need to go. Sometimes I just have to talk through it. Aw, where's my pencil? Alright, we're thinking now. It just takes me a minute sometimes. Or all the times. Wow, that is right on a line of the wallpaper. Can't see it. going to apply, if you don't know what sticky stuff I'm talking about, this stuff. It is awesome. I am pretty certain that you could put up a pretty good sized piece of furniture with this on the wall and it would stay. So anyways, this stuff is amazing. I want it to partially provide some cushion to prevent any kind of rattling or, I don't know, hard surface on hard surface in a moving environment. It just seems right to me. Plus, it will provide a bit of leveling for the difference in where this framing is and the wall. It's actually probably thicker than that, but that'll be fine. Because there's like a little tapered edge. It's angled from here, shoot, it's like a little ramp. So that will offset that. And I got a heck of a deal. Amazon was having some kind of deal for some reason. Have you noticed that lately? Oh, squirrel. There's like random good deals. You'll be looking at a product and then the next day you look at it and it's like, ooh, lightning deal. It's 40% off. Well, it's normally like $22 for this roll. I don't know how many feet it is. It doesn't say. It's a good amount. And it was $11.99. So I bought 3. So it worked. Alrighty, so one at a time, I'm going to apply a full length, which is gross overkill, but it'll provide almost like a caulking type of seal. So I'm going to put it on our outside edge, but you know, maybe like a 1/4 inch in. So it'll have a really good, nice adhesion and seal of sorts. So that's what I'm doing now. My other reason for doing that is I really hate the dents that a nail gun puts into the boards. So I'm probably only going to do 3. I'd like to do 2, but I'd like to do none. And it probably would stay. That's just not worth it, because if it falls while we're driving down the road and crashes into a wall or a window or the slide out, and then we have damage that is not worth a few indentations in my trim. Our trim. So, if you remember, we have our little holes for the screws, and this is my left-hand side. A little bit higher. That's pretty dandy. It's done. Oh my gosh, it is not going anywhere. It's really, really strong. If you haven't used this stuff, you gotta get some. I'll put a link to it in the description. It almost feels foolish to bother to put nails. I mean, that stuff, I can't imagine it going anywhere. Well, I'll at least do all of it before I nail it. If I nail it. It's so good. So good. So good. I got you. Okay, Brandon and I have decided it does not need nails. That stuff is so good. And I guess I would call it double-sided tape, but it's thick. So anyways, it's super sturdy. All the boards are up there. I have made my little tracing papers for these corners. Or rounded corner. Oh, it's trying to focus on me. That guy. That corner there. And that corner there. Anyways, time to bust out the jigsaw and some 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch plywood. We've got some scraps, maybe 3/8. Cut those down, test the fit, and when they're good to go, sand them, spray paint them black, and you'll never know. Well, you'll know because you watched me do it. So then you can do it and surprise other people, and they won't know. So they're the ones. Maybe, perhaps. We'll go with that. So let's get to sewing. So I cut my piece of plywood to where I have 2 square edges. I know that I've got a perfect angle to go up against the trim in the corners, and then I'll arch like that. Yeah. So I'm using the old elementary school pencil tracing thing. I took the back side of what I drew my marks on for the dimensions and rub that with pencil, and then I will apply that to my piece of wood and trace over it, and then it'll be just like I drew the line on there. Beautiful. I don't have a lot of hope for this one. Probably gonna need a file, and I don't know. Let's go try it out. I don't feel like my movements were very smooth on the round part. It's just not that pretty of a cut. I could probably clean it up with the sander, or I might just do it again. Yeah, there's definitely a strange little piece right there. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. It does not look very clean to me. All right, so I have to be careful because remember I have my adhesive in there, so I need to just check the fit without pushing it in there. Okay, so yeah, that little crazy thing needs to go, and I'm not sure it'll go. So it's close. Sorry for the bad. So let's try to clean it up. It's a little tougher when you have a very creative videographer. Well, let's go see where it needs trimming. What do you think? Can you tell that was wildly successful? So a little trim before I even try it. So here we go. You can still see a little wood grain, but I'm not too worried about it. I have some of the double-sided adhesive in there, and cross your fingers. Boom. Nice. Okay, got a couple more pieces of adhesive, and I'm gonna put our little puzzle piece in here. Well, a little persuasion.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
I'm gonna give it a little tap, and we're gonna call it done. Here's the final look. We now have what I think, and maybe you'll think, what looks like a little bit more residential look to our door. And there are the windows that I also did. Little backsplash, did that. Roller shades. Really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned something to do or what not to do. I don't know. But really would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel if you are not already. We do all kinds of stuff, family vlog style, some kind of informational, not so much instructional, as you may have seen in this one. But we would love for you to follow our journey. So please like this video, and we hope that you are blessed.